Hello and welcome to the Late Show, Terraforming Mars Solo Challenge. Let's see if we can terraform the whole planet. Oh, Stormcraft is in. Was there an update on the game that I didn't know about? Okay, actually what I saw is that there is an update, but it's not this. I just haven't seen Stormcraft in forever. Stormcraft, you can use your floaters to do heat bumps, and then Viron, obviously you can take an action twice. Are there floaters? There are floaters, so we could do this as some weird heat strategy. Maybe we find an even better. As Viron, don't you get to play a floater every turn? Yeah, so there could be some floater synergy. Let's have a look. Little meh on the Prelude side. Anti-grav means we'll probably play this run no matter what. Floater leasing is interesting. Income for each floater. I usually think this is a very terrible card, but we could potentially proc it for 2 income on like the 3rd gen. Like that's how bad it is, right? Like it doesn't really work for early income. Now there isn't really much here, to be honest. I think what you'd really do is try and make Soletta work on turn 1. You could do that with a donation or a loan. I think we take the donation, save ourselves 9 less dollars, but then 2 more income instead of going into the negatives. And I think this works. I mean, it's a pretty lame first turn, but you know, donation, Martian Industries, Soletta gets you out the gate. You can invention contest real quick, see if you find an interesting. I mean, some floater potentials here for extractor balloons is interesting. Instead of doing it for a Venus bump, I might actually just load it up for 1 turn, with the expectation being that next turn I can get up to 9 floaters. We just got a really lucky draw to make that work, so that's interesting. Even though we have 7 heat production, let's still take heat bumps to get us close to this heat income. We definitely want this double, and we want an Iceman colony. We're actually not going to be able to get a colony played. We just don't have enough money. I really undervalue the amount of money we have, but we can still get the Iceman colony for later. The research to help us get to anti-grav. Stormcraft still gets us up to 6. So this is 2 income for $3. Not bad, not bad. It took setup, but we got there. And then, yeah. We're just hopefully going to get our income higher using TR. Some bumps. So first a heat bump to get this heat right in the spot. Venus tags? We do have a Venus tag. You know, Earth tags, we have none. So these are interesting. Yeah. They are interesting. I'm between taking multiple and taking none. They're not science tags. Honestly, these are distractions. The oceans are the only real win here. I think you have to take the oceans. Just it is really good. I don't have any floaters, so that's a moot point. We're just using this as an extractor balloon engine, which is allowing extractor balloon to fire off multiple turns in a row, which we love. We do have a double Venus bump coming. I was planning to do a colony, but honestly, double Venus bump works pretty well. We got ants. Just like the amount of money we had on hand, right, really worked out. Now we need to get our energy high enough so that we can use the colonies. Probably want to have the government give us an ocean beside the card draw. Stratopolis is interesting because it would really max out the floaters. Maybe overkill, but it's rare for you to have an opportunity for that card to work. So I think we're just going to jump on it. We continue the extraction of balloons. We have money to trade, but that's it. But I think we just hold on to our cash. I could buy a colony outright. I also could trade like raw for $9. I'd rather not. Honestly, the colony, if anywhere, we should probably put it on the plant production. Especially now that I got the Stratopolis in hand. We just don't need that many floaters. We're probably already maxed out. Some space events for terraforming, that's fine. We still don't have an Earth tag, so no sense going off the path. And yeah, Venus, I mean, this is one of our most successful, like, Venus and heat bump tracking games ever. So Stratopolis is playable this turn. So instead of getting a colony, I think that makes sense. Get some card draw. A couple of Earth tags. And yeah, I mean, there you go. Extractor balloons gets loaded up. So now I can actually use floaters for heat. Which is interesting. It's not exactly what I thought we would need, but it's nice to be there. We can get titanium production. We shouldn't need Deimos down. Some plant production would be nice. So just keep doing these clicks. At this point, Stormcraft can give itself the floaters, because I shouldn't need any more Venus floaters. And yeah, I mean, this is just a really, like, basic run where all we do is slowly terraform the heat and the Venus, have the government clicks push up different little things. Cryosleep, look, I'm looking for energy at this point, but I'm just not getting it. We can we could, sorry for the stutter, but like, I could buy a standard project energy production is what I was thinking about. But I don't know if I can do that and get the colony that I want. But the colony is going to get an ocean placement. I am going to go for the plants after all. It is going to get an ocean placement. Wow, 2 energy tags and we can get like free income, but we just don't have that. Yeah, so we buy a power plant, and now next turn we can buy Cryosleep. We've got a really poor card draw. Right, like, what is the card that we had? Like, underground detonations or whatever? It's like, that's like one of the worst cards in the game. We got some Earth tags that we can't play or don't want to play. You know, just underwhelming. Like, even this, like, it's just nah, dude. Just nah. Maybe the mangrove? Maybe the mangrove, I guess. Like, I don't know. The floater synergy that we got out the gate really did work for us. That's like one thing I don't want to be complaining about. Like, that worked out. We only got the, oop, not these. We only got a couple of, you know, science tags this whole game, which was what I was hoping to find. But yeah, it just did not happen. But that's fine. I mean, this is just like basic terraforming. We're just terraforming the old-fashioned way, which feels very weird. Just getting heat production up, getting some plant production up, and like letting the generations tick by. We'll see. We'll see if that works out for us. I mean, at this point, what? 9, 10, 11, 12. I do need a little bit more Venus. Nitrogen asteroid is cool. I would be into that. I should probably trade. I can go pick up. Well, production would give me 3 plants over the course of the game, which is probably worth getting now. But then floaters next, I think, makes the most sense. So how many plant tags do I have? Not enough. This one comes in a little bit too late. Right, because that would be my 3rd. Still, I think it's better to wait than to not. So a little bit more terraforming, I guess. We just keep going. We have a bunch of cards that we don't need, so we can just sell. Yeah, and then that gets us a greenery. Nice. Right, what's not to love? And yeah, I mean, like, I wish that I had more commentary to give you, but this is just so standard. Like, I don't really know what to say. I have the 9 steel I've been building up all game. Can you believe that? It's maybe worth buying a space elevator just for the ability to sell the steel. The energy or plant income, I mean, look, if we can get anti-grav, we might save our points. The real struggle here is that we wanted to get 100 points, and I just don't see a way of that happening because we are not progressing in a way that would make that work. So we have 2 points on cards, so I mean, I can come over here and at least double our points on cards, but we've just not been offered any of that, you know. If I played Big Asteroid, I probably could get enough heat for the Mangrove, which would allow me to play here, but I just don't have the cash for all those things. I mean, look, I think you still do it. Get the ocean. That gets us a greenery in the pocket. All that titanium might make it work. So I need a little bit more heat. So to do that, I need to come here and take Stormcraft. And that gets me to 4%. So then this is playable. And how far off are we? 19. We need like $7. Which is just not really possible. Even if I sold... I mean, it was close. It was close enough that I don't regret going for the play. But I need to sell 5 cards. I could sell all 5, but... But what? But what? I wanted this Venus bump, but who cares about this Venus bump, right? I need the 63 TR, and this gives me a bunch of bonus TR, though the heat is settled. It's really the extra round or 2 of production of plants that really makes this worthwhile. So, you know, do you sell anti-grav? No, you don't do that. You take a little bit of plant production, so, or energy production, so if something comes up, you can play it, and that's fine. You hold on to your titanium, and I mean, do you take a Venus bump here? I mean, everything's basically terraformed, right? Like, get a bunch more floaters, or what? Or an ocean, a cheap ocean. Yeah, cheap ocean. I'll take that. Get a cheap 2 points here. Cheap city, yeah. I mean, that's fine. So Stratopolis should just put floaters onto itself, and that way we can load up extractor balloons to be even for next turn, which is fine. We turn around and we take our ocean. And maybe I should have been going to trade with Titan because of the points, you know? There's points that we could get on Stratopolis. 1 point for every 3 floaters. But honestly, it's not that exciting. If I had the 1 point for every 2 floaters, then I could see myself chasing that. But for now, whatever. So there's the last heat bump. We got some bonus TR from that. The Immigrant City is a net negative, so we don't want to play that yet. I think we buy the ocean for cards. Martian Zoo. Interesting. I mean, it has a point on it, but there is no point in doing it. Because the government's going to do something for us next gen. I guess it's going to give us a Venus bump, so this is not even worthwhile. So yeah, whatever. We lose some heat production because that's also not worthwhile. And even though the government eats up a Venus bump here, we're only 2 TR away. So with 2 TR left on the board, we're going to be just fine. Advanced alloys is a science tag. We can pick it up just for the tiers. The reason it's tiers instead of celebration is I don't really have metals to make it worth anything anyway. But, you know, even if I did, I still wouldn't have... Oh, this isn't even... maybe I can make that work. How many floaters are there here? 2. To finish the thought, anti-grav. I was thinking about anti-grav. I'm like, maybe there's a way to get anti-grav. There is not a way to get anti-grav. So, the most points. I mean, look, a colony isn't great, but it is a point. It's 2 points of breakpoint. Because I can trade with it and get the extra floater. Did I not need the extra floater? I don't know. I'm confused by that. Maybe I didn't need to do that. Either way, it felt good. We did the thing that felt good. We have cheap cities to play, so we will play the cheap city. Is there a way for us to get 3 plants? I mean, not, like, yes and no. Like, I could buy a city here, then end up buying a greenery there, but it's better just to buy a city here, you know? This does nothing, as expected. The Earth tag loses us money. All of this is trash. This is just a convenient way to get a couple points at the very end. I guess city here, then greenery, bonus greenery. Right? It does work out because you get the extra greenery. Or is it just city here, and then one in between? I think it works out the same, but let's go for the one that gives us an extra city, and then we can feel like we were very cool about it. Yeah, so this is all nothing. I mean, again, if I sold these 5 cards and had enough for this, that would be cool, but I did not. So 1 greenery goes here, this one here just for the money. And yeah, I mean, 10 points on cards is just trash. Only 63 TR is great because it's a win condition, but it's not very much. But it's a full terraform. Right, we definitely had the terraform in us that game. We even bought a couple of standard project cities at the end just to flex our extra cash. But yeah, what a underwhelming victory point situation. I'm not sure that the... Like, let's say Titan was only worth 1 point. I'm not sure if it was worth 1 or 2. But if it was only worth 1 point because I miscounted, and we could have gotten a whole extra city out of it, then we would have had, you know, a city here. And that would have been, instead of 1 point from the colony, it would have been a 3-point city. And then this last greenery, we would have here. So that could have been like a 3-point delta if that's actually what happened there. But even with 3 points, you know, I don't feel too bad because we just don't have 100 points, man. It was just a lame game. Lame game. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.